Chapter 1. There, I'm finally unpacked, Kardia Markway sighed. Her small cabin was perfect for her. The sense of home overcame her. She wasn't sure if it was the house or the town, but all she knew, she felt safe and secure in Howling Valley. It had been 2 weeks since she had arrived. Her grandfather had made arrangements for her to move to the little Southern California town. Why had she needed to move to Howling Valley? Mainly due to her last name. She was a Markway, and her family was one of the oldest shifter families around. Her grandfather was a member of the council, and due to recent events where the council had stripped an alpha of his pack and power, there was heat on their family's name. Kardia glanced at the clock on the wall. She was expecting company, and knowing her grandfather, he would be on time. I better hurry up, she mumbled. She ran into her bedroom and snagged her sandals. She threw them on and went into the bathroom to take one last look at herself. Her golden brown skin glowed, her amber eyes were wide and almond-shaped. She considered herself pretty, with her dark hair resting on her shoulders. She had recently washed it and decided to flat iron it. Kardia grabbed her comb and ran it through her hair again to ensure she was presentable for the meeting she was about to attend with her grandfather. Satisfied with her appearance, she left the bathroom and went back into the living room. The cabin was a cute 2-bedroom home with ample room for her. It was in the middle of the woods, located on the Nightstar Pack grounds. She had yet to meet her neighbors, who were not too far from her cabin. A knock sounded at the door. On time as usual, she muttered. Opening the door, she was met by a council guard, while the others stood next to the SUVs parked in front of her home. One nearest the first truck opened the back door, and her grandfather stepped out. He was dressed in his signature robes that were black and adorned with gold decorations. His dark dreadlocks were left down and flowing down his back. His eyes, the same color as hers, sparkled, and his gaze landed on her. He made his way to her and stood before her, a suspicion of a smile on his lips. Kardia grinned and flew into his arms. There she is, he murmured, enclosing her into his warm embrace. It is so good to see you. She stepped back and waved him into the house. He turned to the guard by the door and gave a slight nod to him. They would be uninterrupted. I can't believe you actually came, she said. Kardia closed the door and found him wandering around the living room. He paused in front of a photograph of her parents, her and her brother. It had been taken years ago, before the night that had changed her life forever. Kardia tried to not think of the vicious attack she had suffered. A shudder rippled through her at the memories holding off in the distance. She wished to forget that night. Of course I would come. He turned to face her. Wyatt Markway was the patriarch of her family. He had been a member of the council for years, having inherited the seat from his father, and her father was expected to take the seat once Wyatt died. Kardia hoped that day never came. She didn't know what she would do without her grandfather. He had been her rock her entire life. From the moment she was able to walk, she would follow him around. Their bond was strong, and she missed him so much when she was away doing his duty to their people. You are my granddaughter. Of course I would come and make sure you are safe. Well, I appreciate it. Kardia smiled. Wyatt was the one person who never judged her after that night, and had stood by her side even when her own parents stayed away. Wyatt walked over to her and stood in front of her. He didn't say a word as he met her gaze. Her wolf whimpered, sensing her grandfather's beast. Can you sense her? He asked quietly. Kardia nodded, closing her eyes. She inhaled and focused on her animal. Her wolf hadn't made an appearance in almost 10 years. She was broken, defected, an embarrassment to her family. At least according to her parents. Her grandfather didn't share his son's opinion on her being unable to shift. He had been the one person she could depend on. She's there and happier here, Kardia said.